Happy Wednesday. I'm here today to talk about platforms. And I'm not talking about platform shoes, I'm not talking about bad joke. Anyway, we know yesterday that Bernie Sanders endorsed Hillary Clinton basically so that he could, retain the concessions that were made for the issues he wanted on the Democratic platform. I mean, I'm sure there were other things involved too, but that was a large part of it. And we also know that these platforms for the parties are only done once every 4 years, and let's be honest, they don't really mean much. They don't mean a damn thing most of the time. But this time, a lot of attention has been drawn to the process, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Sanders' campaign was so diametrically opposed to what the Democratic establishment wanted to put in there. I don't think you'll see this kind of attention drawn to the Republican national platform. So that, to that I say thanks, Bernie. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the People's Convention, because we have a platform too. And what's the purpose of having a platform by group of people who aren't associated with a particular party? What's the point? And I want to get to the point right now, and that's because we don't have to deal with lobbyists. We don't have to deal with people with, lots of money and special interests. We can rely on ourselves to decide what are the issues that interest us. And then we can go to candidates, and we already know Bernie's going to be backing progressive candidates, and we can go to them, we can take that platform, and we can say, look, these are the things we care about. Do you support them? If you support them, we'll vote for you. And I think that has a lot of power behind it, because these new progressive people, they understand now that you can run a campaign without having to follow the DNC guideline of, spending 70% of your day trying to fundraise from people who have, too much money and think they need more. So I encourage everybody here to do a couple of things, and there'll be links, beneath this video. One of those things, if you're in Philly or can make it to Philadelphia on Saturday, July 23rd, please come to our convention. It's at the Arch Street Meeting House, very historic place. I'll put the address down below, in the description where to go. It'll also be in the links that we provided, because you're going to get a chance to actually participate in voting up or down on each of the planks that have already been formulated in a very participatory democratic process. We've had, volunteers. Well, first of all, we had a survey in which people got to choose which planks did they want to emphasize. So that was the first thing, an online survey. Second, we had people who volunteered to work on it, and they went to they used other resources, obviously. They borrowed things from here and there. Sometimes they relied on some experts, but for the most part, this is a platform they developed themselves. And then people were allowed to comment on that platform, and we've changed it oftentimes based on the comments that people received. So this is the last step, the ratification step, and that's going to happen on the 24th. But our goal ultimately is not to have just one people's convention in Philadelphia this July. It's to continue this process on a regular basis and continue to refine and add planks to the platform, continue to, allow people, ordinary people, not lobbyists, not people being, sitting in think tanks, being paid to do God knows what, based on God knows what credentials. And you'll be able to continue to refine it, continue to make it a better platform for progressives, and we'll be able to continue to take it to progressive candidates, whether they're candidates that are, supported by a brand new Congress, whether they're candidates that are going to be promoted by whatever organizations Bernie Sanders creates, after the convention. But either way, we're going to be able to have a say in that. We're going to say, look, this is what we want. we don't want what the DNC wants. So if you're running on the DNC platform, we're not going to vote for you. This is our platform. This is the people's platform. And I think that's a big difference right there. And I think it allows all progressives, the chance, from whatever organization you belong to, whatever group you belong to, everybody has the opportunity to come in and give their opinion on something, to say, look, you forgot about this, or you didn't emphasize this as much, and do this in a democratic way, in a participatory way, in a way that is not done by either of the two parties, the Republicans or the Democrats. There won't be any threats. There won't be any, you're not going to get a slot on to speak on it. No, it's not going to be that way. So, again, look at the links below, this video. Click on them. Check out our platform. If you can make it to the convention, great. I think you have a great time. We're going to be the only convention that has Jill Stein and Nina Turner there, both speaking. I think that's pretty impressive. I'm really excited to see that, and I'm so glad we got both of them to agree to come in. And because you're not going to just hear, Democratic Party spin. You're not going to just hear, the Green Party's position. You're going to hear everybody's position, and you're going to get to hear. And frankly, I think this is the position that the majority of Americans would support if they had an opportunity to make up their own platforms rather than have a tiny elite group of people decide, what they're running on, and a tiny group of people decide which candidates are going to be backed by the party. So again, that's why I think this platform is important this year. It's the People's Platform by the People's Convention, sponsored by, surprise, the People's Revolution. And so that's my pitch for today. Also, if you can, please look at the donate button and toss us a few shekels. It'll help make the event even better. So, thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Signing off, Stephen D. Bye.